Hey, what up? I do have the game muted. I am fully aware it's because they're blasting the danger music very, very loud. If you wanna see what that's like real quick, here's the master volume. Just constantly. Just fucking constantly. It's so much. So, just gotta make a tweet real quick. Wow. Yeah, this entire time. So, today, before stream, I had some extra time. I went to like, deli. And I got, like a meatball marinara style little sub thing. With a bunch of, like, grilled vegetables and onions and all that on top of it. And I was having a great old time. And I was eating, and I was going, is there anything that I'm forgetting to do? I feel like there's something that I'm forgetting to do today. What is this thing that I was forgetting to do today? And then, like, right as I was about to start streaming, I was like, oh yeah, we've got that 17-minute autoplay cutscene going on this time. How was I doing the separate recording stream for that again? Who knows? But I did. It's working. I believe it's working. I'm going to test it right now, real quick. Because ideally, if I do this right, it will just record the game and the game audio. None of my voice, nothing else on the stream, so that we can then just record the cutscene and go back over it as it's, you know, as it's meant to be. Didn't we already do this? Yes. Yes? We did do this. However, something working once is not a guarantee that it's going to continue to work. But I have just tested the recording setup, and it appears to be working. So that's all great. So, in any case, it's time to put the loudest fuck music back on. And try and remember how the hell to get to the, to here. Oh my god, I'm going to have to, oh no. Okay, so it's like here to here, then here to here, then here to all the way over there. Wonderful. I'm so glad that I teleported out. I'm so glad that I chose to play the game in between this section. You know, okay, as appreciative as I am about that mount, it's kind of ridiculous here. What's a more fitting mount here? Man, I really need to get more mounts. Definitely not the PvP one that I in no way, shape, or form deserve. You know, I always think it either comes back, it's one of these two. It's always one of these two. Just literally perfect mounts. Oh shit, I'm on fucking Gilgamesh. God damn it. I knew there was something else I was forgetting to do. I love world travel. I love world travel. It's so intuitive and fun. I love having to swap between like 50 different worlds just to try and find whichever one that, you know, sells shit for cheaper. So you're not getting fucking fleeced. That's the thing that sucks about being on Zarg, man. Like, everything is always the most expensive here. So anytime I want to buy anything, I need to world travel, and then I just forget to change back. It usually happens that I, like, end up trying to click on a retainer, and I'm like, oh, Wait a second, why am I not allowed to do this? Oh yeah, I'm on, like, ferry or something. You don't have to go to a whole ass other data center to use Party Finder? Yeah. No, I do that fucking constantly. Usually I always end up switching back, but this is the first time I forgot. Was the sandwich any good? It was pretty good. I think it could have done with some, like, you know, pickled hot peppers or something on it because it was a little bit mushy. You know, it needed some element, some additional element of crunch in there. But, you know, flavor-wise, it was very good. It was a good sandwich. Literally never for... God, man. I don't understand how people can do those. Like, I understand to an extent, but at the same time, it just... Oh, it's viscerally uncomfortable. I guess you just kind of have to, like, be fully desensitized to be able to stream yourself with, like, eating food. Ugh. Makes my skin crawl. Like, I don't know, have you ever, like, hung out with some friends? Full stop. But no, have you ever, like, hung out with some friends or something, like, you know, somebody is hungry and so, like, we're gonna, you know, stop and get some food, or, like, you're on a road trip or something and, like, somebody is hungry, so you gotta stop and get food, and then everybody else is just sitting around not eating anything? It's so horrifically uncomfortable. I hate it. Anyway, this was a terrible idea by all parties involved. Okay, Hermes, yeah, went towards the, like, yeah, Hyperborea creation facility or something. Konnichiwa.
あの中は複数の空間がつなげてあるからさすがに私でも追い切れない。でも飛び込んだ位置からして最上層にいると思う。
Wait a second. Ah, I see. I see what we're doing here. That's clever. That's really clever. So they're saying, like, oh, the interior there has a bunch of different, like, spatial passageways within. So, like, not even I'll be able to track him through it. But based on where he entered, I think he's most likely at the top. So this is the way that they set up being able to make this into, like, a dungeon, right? They set up the whole idea of, like, connecting the doorways into different places in, like, you know, space, time, in order to facilitate there being a big-ass dungeon here. That's fun.
どうする？追いかけるかい？
What should we do? Like, should we chase him?
当然だ。ヘルメスの考えがどうであれ、脅威へと転じかねないメーティオンはこちらの管理下に置いておく必要がある。
Okay. Obviously. You know, regardless of what Hermes' intentions may be, considering the threat that Meteon may pose, we need to, yeah, bring her and the situation under control.
星がために人を導く14人委員会としてこの決定は譲れない。
They're laying it on thick. They're laying it on thick. Okay. as a member of the Committee of 14, responsible for, like, leading humanity for the sake of the world. This is, yeah, non-negotiable. No, this decision, that's like, this decision is fine. But they're really laying it on thick with the way that they're having him itself refer to himself in his role here to, you know, kind of undermine the way that he actually ends up being. Or rather, not to undermine, but to contrast against. Where Hermes here is kind of acting in the same way that Endgame M itself was acting. Okay. Venus, you alright with that as well?
ええ、極めて危うい状況ですが、現状ではまだメーテオンが終末を起こすという決定的な決め手を得たわけではありません。
I'm sorry. 決定的な決め手. Man, that's specific. Like, yes, this is an incredibly fragile or, I would say fragile, precarious situation. Yeah, however, at present we still haven't obtained conclusive evidence that Meteon will bring about the apocalypse.
真実を知るためにも共に行きましょう。何よりあの状態のメティオンとヘルメスを放ってはおけませんもの。
We'll go with you in order to let's go together to find the truth. And above all, we can't leave Meteon and Hermes in that state together. It's like we kind of have to we gotta get them out of the spot that they're in.
わかったよ。それじゃあ以降、ヘルメスが逃げ込んだヒペルボレア動物園に。
Okay, let's go. Yay. We are not going to fast travel me there. Well, they got me off the island. They got me close enough. Yeah, that's large. But it's gonna be the whole, it's even bigger on the inside than it is on the outside thing. These sort of dungeons have always been the best. The, like, academic facility type ones. They're always very fun. Ooh, there's a big old crowd forming.
私の見ていた範囲では異常はなかったが、誰か原因を知らない。この騒ぎ、嫌な予感。
Yeah, Emmett Silk just saying he's got a bad feeling about this. Frame drops? God damn it. We're really dealing with that already? God, YouTube. Why? Come on, man. Yeah, this is very obnoxious. Why now of all times, man? Look here, let me again, I'm gonna run a little speed test. Occasionally I've run these speed tests and then it's like sorted itself out. Yeah, no, like my up speed is a stable 110. Let me see if I can find a way to fix this. Oh, fuck. Ooh. Little minion. Yay. Look at this little guy. It seems to have fixed itself now. It's gonna be one of those days, huh? One of those days. You know what? Sure, let's go with that. Yeah, there is just a random shirtless cat boy here. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. I was really hoping to dodge this, frame drop issue
こ
today.
れは
This is...
すみません。動物園で何かあったのですか？
Excuse me, is something going on here? Or something
ああ
happened?
ベーネス様、それに来客の皆様も
Venus and, that's like our visitors.
私たちも何が何やらさっぱりなのですが、唐突に警報が鳴り、院内が警戒態勢に移行したのです。
Huh. Yeah, we're not quite sure what's going on. That's like, yeah, we have no idea what's going on either. Yeah, suddenly the alarm blared, and the whole building went on high alert.
それで、ひとまずこうして外に避難してきた次第でして。
Okay. And so, as you see, for now we've all, evacuated. Vacated.
ヘルメスの仕業だろうな。
Most likely Hermes doing.
警戒態勢っていうのはどういう状態なんだい？
When you say high alert, what exactly does that mean?
創造生物が脱走した場合などを想定して、院内すべてに鈍化の魔法がかかった状態です。
Huh. Okay. It's something that was, like, prepared in the eventuality of, created life form escaping. The entire facility has, like, a slowing spell placed on it. You know, like, there's a... Like, I guess instead of a sprinkler system, it's some
職
sort of,
員
like...
や観察者は効果を受けないようになっていますが、それ以外は創造生物であれ人であれ、動きが鈍り、能力が制限されます。
Okay. Yeah, staff and observers are, like, unaffected by this. However, all other beings, created or human, are will experience restricted, like, dulled movement and restricted faculties, like restricted capabilities. Pretty much
な
messes
る
you
ほ
up.
ど、教えてくれてありがとう。私たちはヘルメスに火球の用事があるから 勝手に出入りするかもしれないけれど、心配は無用だよ。
Thing, don't worry about it. Makes me worry about it. Thank you for letting us know. We have very urgent business with Hermes. So we may need to enter the building, but really it's nothing to worry about. Or that Shinpai wa muyo could be like there's no need to worry about us, but most likely he's saying like there's no need for alarm, no need for concern. Don't freak out.
とは言ったものの、これだけなりふり構わず侵入を拒んでいるとなると、他にも妨害を仕掛けられるかもしれないよね。
Okay. Okay, however, if he's going to such lengths to prevent us from entering the facility, then he's most likely prepared other, like, obstacles, hindrances as well.
対してこちらは、鈍化の魔法の対象、本領発揮とはいかないようだ。
Yeah, like, and, like, as a target or, you know, being affected by this slowing spell, we won't be able to, we won't be able to, like, show our true potential. I mean, it's just like, you know, we're gonna be limited, hamstrung.
まあ私、どの道見ること以外は役に立たないんだけど。
Now, well, in any case, it's not like I was going to be much use for anything other than, you know, watching anyway. He's using the same Miru kanji there to be like, you know, for looking out, trying to find the ether. He's just saying I'm gonna not be useful in like a fight.
ならその目を役立てろ。弱点を射抜くのなら、お前、そこそこ
And
得意じゃ
so,
ないか。
in that case, put those eyes of yours to good use. As far as like finding weaknesses, that's something you're quite good at,
ええ、
isn't it?
君の基準で得意とか言われても困るんだけど。
This Komaru is a fun usage. He's saying like, you know, well, I mean, if you're going to call me, if you of all people are going to say that I'm good at that, you don't really leave me much choice, do you?
心配せずともできる戦い方をしてもらえれば大丈夫です。
Hand
あと
out
は私
compliments
の方
very
で
easily.
あなたたちに合わせます。
Okay. Okay, as long as you know, open whatever way you can, I'm sure it'll be fine. And then, like, I'll fill in where I'm needed. Like, I'll match pace with the rest of you.
これでも元アゼムですので、守り手、攻め手、癒し手のいずれであろうと抜かりなく。
It's interesting that they're setting up Azem as this, like, straight up jack of all trades. Like, this is the thing that Azem does. He's like, you know, I am the former Azem after all. You know, what, like, defending, attacking, you know, as a defender, attacker, healer. But, like, I leave nothing. This is like, I don't take any chances. You know, I try not to
さ
have
す
any
がベーネス様、
weaknesses.
頼もしい。
Every Sasuga phrase is a pain in the ass. This is pretty much just like I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have on our side. Wow.
ほらエメトセルク、君も威厳を見せるところだよ。君の18番といえば大魔法をどっかどっかと放つことだけど、器用だし、その力を守りの方にも回せるでしょ。
Oh man. You just have to love MTL. You just have to love it. It's so funny seeing phrases that you know what they mean, and then MTL just completely loses the plot. 18th. 18 there means like your specialty. You know, your favorite trick. Yeah, so then it's time for you to like show them what you're made of. They're just kind of setting up. They're setting up like you can bring this team setup can be whatever. Effectively, it's saying like your specialty is like chucking around huge spells over and over again, but you can also use that, you know, for defense if needed.
はあ、いやまあ、やれないこともないが。
Yeah, what? Well, yes, there's nothing I can't do, but...
よし来た。これで大抵のことはなんとかなりそうだね。
And that should cover, you know, just about everything.
俺を、采配は、あなたが、ヘルメスに拒まれようとも、必ず彼とメーティオンのもとへたどり着きましょ
う。Yeah, you take command, like, even if Hermes refuses our help, or, like, refuses to see us, we must... Even if he's... that's more like, even if he tries to stop us, we need to reach him in Meteon. You know, for the sake of both of our futures. Yeah. Here's the question. So, I kinda do with NPCs. Like, that's what people were saying. Like, should we do it with NPCs, or will that just take way too long? Let me
お
talk
前を
about
拾ったせい
this.
で妙なことに巻き込まれたが、
You'll literally
まあ
never get to do it
結果
with
と
them
して
itself.
得る
That's
ものはあっ
true.
た。
Yeah, that's true. Oh, we got wrapped up in some, you know, strange business, but
デュナミスという未知の力の
No, I
存在
think、
それが
this
思い
did
によって
prove,
作用し、
like,
状況によっては
applicable for me as well.
エーテルを侵食するほどの力になること。
okay, yeah, he's talking about learning
お
about
前の話を
Dynamis.
信じるかどうかは別として、それらの事実そのものは議論の対象となっていくだろう。
Okay. As to whether or not like, regardless of whether or not I believe what like your whole story, those facts themselves will at least
だから
become
こそ
the subject
私
of
が今
debate.
すべきことは一つ、14人委員会の一員として必ずメーティオンを回収する。それをしまい込んでいるヘルメスごとな。
まあ、確かに、まあ、せっかくだから。Yeah, you really don't get these chances that often. Hang on, there's a... I see one of these way off in the distance. Alright, lock in. This is gonna take a while then. PC. Wait a minute, what? Oh shit, wait a minute. Wait, why is my item level? Oh, that would be why. Why were all of my, what? Huh? Why was, huh? That doesn't make any sense. Wait a minute. Venus? That makes sense. That makes sense. Venus. Because they extended it. Wait, that makes sense. Oh god, that makes sense. Because it's technically slightly different than the pronunciation of Venus in katakana, so they wrote it as Venus. Okay, hold on, I gotta look this up. One second. Yeah, cause, okay. Let me see here. Is that the way that they did this? Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me, so here is the apparent, I didn't actually know this until just now, but this is the katakana for Venus, like the, you know, the goddess, right? There's a couple of different, so, okay. There's a lot of different katakana spellings for different things, right? Like, Venus has a katakana spelling, there's just like Venus, there's Venus, Venus. Which kind of just sounds like eggplant, unfortunately. So there's this. Here, let me do all three that I can see. There's that one. There's this one. And then the in-game one is this one. It's an A instead of an E there. So, that spelling makes sense. I should have thought of that. Venus. Like, it's clearly a play on it. I wonder why exactly they're going with that instead of just straight up saying Venus. And they're doing Venice. That's interesting. I'm not quite sure why. In any way, there's not a T there. Okay, does this make sense? No. Yeah. Amazing. Why don't they translate this catchphrase of his, man? Yada. That yada, the glory of Does it? Which one makes more sense?
嫌だ。
Emit Silk
行きま
Tank.
しょう。
言ってられな
Emit
い
Silk
か。
Tank probably makes more sense. Yeah, because then otherwise I would be healing Venice, and I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to be doing that. Yeah, so, okay, there are some times here, Golden Ratio, like, there are some times where you will see a Domazi reading for a character name that is clearly wrong. Like, there are some times where they'll just, like, in certain Japanese games, the Domazi will not particularly be great, and sometimes you would need to adjust that. The thing is that it's like it's a play on Venus, right? She's Venus. That's the thing. But it's Venus. But it's like, I'm not quite sure what you would do. I think you would just like talk to them, but I don't know why you would put a T in the end. Out of all possible options, the T at the end is the weirdest possible choice. Ooh. Yo. Okay, so it's the same Venice. Venice. Ooh. I am grooving. That was like, please go back.
想像した生物が星にとって前期存在なのか心配になったことはありませんか？そんな時は私たち動物園にお任せください。
It's like a PSA. Have you ever wondered whether or not your created life form is good for the world? Well, leave that up to us at the Creation Institute.
温暖な平原から熱帯の密林、果ては灼熱の溶岩地帯や極寒の雪原まで、様々な環境であなたの創造生物を試すことができます。
You need the previous line is like you need look no further or something like that. Yeah, from like temperate plains to tropical jungles all the way to like scorching lava fields and like frigid tundras. You can test your created life forms in a variety of environments.
美しき星の大自然に解き放たれた時、あなたの創造生物は生き残ることができるのか、予期せぬ危険性がないか熟練の職員が評価します。
Yeah, when let loose into the like beautiful wilderness of our world, what can your created life form survive? Our skilled staff will be sure to assess any unexpected like dangers. I love that it's just like a PSA. That's kind of hilarious. I'm not quite sure. I should be able to like do slightly larger pulls and still be fine, but isn't it a thing where it's like this doesn't really matter and oh shit. they scale their damage output based on what I'm actually outputting. Yo! Oh shit, he's actually taking massive damage. For a second there I forgot that I'm like, you know, actually doing a dungeon that's at my level. Dude, I've been doing so many of the, like, job quest things recently that I forgot, like, oh yeah, in a dungeon your NPCs can actually, like, take damage. Yeah, so in that case, yeah, in this case it's just kind of like there's not much point. Oh, god damn it. Ah, my keybinds are weird. Yeah, this just isn't actually faster, is it? It's better to just do one pack at a time, huh? Yeah, it's just not gonna even be faster. I do love that Emmett Sulk is a "Ore wa dare to omoteru" character. You know, who the hell do you think I am? Character. That's fun. That's fun, I like that. Good time to give takes. I think that, what, this, wait, do you mean this expansion? Like, I think the expansion so far has been really damn good. Okay, let's see if this actually, like, heals. It seems like he's going very low. Like, lower than he probably should. Is he just, like, not properly scaled for it? I'm just gonna let it, the next pull, I'm just gonna let it go and see if he can survive. Just put regen on him, it'll be fine? Yeah, probably. It just feels weird, man. Like, he gets chunked down so hard. Oh, shit. Yep. Oh, hey. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna do that, and then... Well, actually, it's already... Oh, no, it's not actually better DPS right now. It is better to go single target here. That's not him, that's this dungeon. Oh, what? This dungeon just hits like a fucking truck. Yeah, my targeting right now sucks. It's a thing that I've been meaning to fix, but just had never gotten around to, is... Yeah, that doesn't work anymore. What I did was I set it so that I could just do, like... Alt plus, like, the, I wanted to be able to target allies with my mouse. Like, my little mouse buttons. But... when I did that the last time, I, like, pressed some weird combo that just... reset every single one, like every single element of my UI. And so now I'm like scared to do it, but I haven't gotten around to fixing it. So I'm stuck doing the world's most awkward targeting here. put on regen. Also, since I've been jumping back and forth between classes. Oh yeah? Get on there. Okay, that's fun. He's like, oh, I saw that coming. They were like being very academic about being like, oh, so you can use like ice magic like this, huh? I see. Oh, how interesting.
弱点は見えてるよ。突破します。
I kind of thought that was going to hit him harder. I'm not gonna lie. Does it do that? Oh! Shit. You can tell that I like... Oh, let's see. Yeah, they just kind of like teleport their way over. I don't know why. People days are just like, whose idea was this? I'm curious now. Oh wow, wait, that is just like super nice. How did I not know about that keybind? You can tell, man. God damn it.
Yeah. 私もこのくらいはね。仕留める。だったら投げ払うまで。
Frostbite something. Oh, you see the footsteps. That's fun. Wow. Hey. Yeah, I mean, as far as the expansion is concerned, I mean, it depends on how they're going to, like, tie stuff back together or whatever, but I've been really enjoying it so far. I think it's probably just a result of being very much into sci-fi, where I'm willing to overlook a fairly sizable amount of jank. In service of, like, an interesting story. Like, as long as the world building is interesting, I'm willing to excuse a lot of jank. Probably should be putting, like, at this point, you probably just put dots on stuff, and then, yeah. I can see definitely thinking that it's, you know, rushed. It does feel weird that, like, I would say it already kind of feels like all the Garlemald stuff was a different ass expansion. Hold up 1 second. One thing of note, as far as the, like, character voice and writing for Hermes here. they're still having him sound like pain, right? He's not doing like a villain speech or whatever right now. He's saying like, I'm sorry, but, like, leave, please. I need you to go. I need to hear this. This sounds more... In Japanese here, it doesn't sound like he's, like, angry or maniacal, but really, like... this isn't something that he wants to be doing here. Like, he doesn't want to be sending shit after you and yada yada. I'm not gonna hit that treasure chest. I've already got enough random garbage in my inventory most times. Yeah, just double tapping. Why did nobody tell me about double tapping T? I mean, people probably did tell me, but, I haven't been doing that shit ever. This makes things so much easier. Man, this feels like... You know what this feels like? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when I was trying to learn Smash Bros. So, like, I'm like a traditional fighting game player, right? Regular fighting game players and Smash players do not typically see eye to eye. Yeah, the F key targeting is what I usually did, but honestly, this is a lot easier. Yeah, I need to like fix the keybinds back. For that. Hopefully I haven't missed any of these before.
一冊から預かった創造生物は二足歩行する狼というコンセプトで作ったものらしい。確かにその歩行能力は目を見張るものがある。
Okay. Yeah, like the creation from... I'm not... Lisa? I'm assuming that's Mrs. So, like, apparently, like, based around the concept of... It was, like, attempting to fulfill the concept of, like, a bipedal wolf. And like, its gait is truly, remarkable.
道具を使うなど知能も高い。いや、知能が高すぎると言った方がいいだろう。あの目つき、職員たちの会話を理解しているのでは?
It's highly intelligent, capable of, like capable of using tools. Perhaps it would probably be more accurate to say that it's too intelligent. Based on the look in its eyes, I think it might be understanding the conversations between staff.
そうなってくると、喉の構造上、発話できないのがもったいないように思う。この点を次回の報告書にまとめるとしよ
う。If that were the case, it would be a waste for it to be unable to speak due to its current structure. Yeah, it's a shame that the current structure of its throat makes it unable to speak. I'll be sure to include that point in the next report. They really are just kind of they're just kind of making whatever. They're just kind of making stuff. They should probably have some more of a sense of, restraint here. I think that most likely, based on the current setup that they're doing, I think that most likely Hermes just kind of goes hands off as a director. You know, just kind of does his own little stuff. Which, I mean, yeah, would make him bad at his job, but I don't think anything that they're currently doing here is actually overstepping any established societal lines. You know, this is just kind of business as usual. It's just like rings and shit. Yeah, who made this? Whoever made this one, we gotta find this guy and like make sure he don't work here anymore. Yeah, that was a massive waste of both charges of that, but whatever. Okay. Wait, what is it doing now? I'm just gonna assume that this is raid wide. It is not. Oh? Wait a second, what? It just kind of does that in a random ass direction. Okay, it's... Yep. One of the heads is... Who the... Okay, so it's like... Ew. Okay, so it's like... Okay, the side heads like absorb ether, then that indicates, okay, which side it's going to be attacking from. Understood, understood. Okay. The question is, what sort of fireball nonsense is this one, though? Is this one of those... Ah. That's a bit of a... But then it just faces, like, completely in the middle of nowhere. This thing's aim is terrible. Intimidation? I'm intimidated. Never mind. I think this is safe? Then? You know what? I'll just stand wherever they're standing. Okay, I'll stand wherever they're standing. I'm sorry, why is Hythlodaeus using LB when he said, like, oh, I'm not very good in a fight, I'm, like, the weakest person here? Why did he snatch LB? He's humbled to a fault, but okay. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I feel like Venus should probably be taking LB here. Yeah. Yeah, like you can hear the pain in his voice there. Like, I really like the way that they've set up Hermes. And I do think it's very intentional that they, like, he's set up very similarly to the M itself that you actually end up dealing with. But, you know, just like a slightly different angle on it. I mean, both of them are fundamentally motivated by the same fear. Also, I need to turn down the game audio a little bit. I think that should be a bit better.
私もこのくらいはね。弱点は見えてるよ。
But like Hermes keeps saying like, oh, I gotta keep up, you know, like I can't let you guys, you know, do everything. And then he just takes LB. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Is that he keeps saying like, oh, I don't know if I can keep up, you know, I gotta try and pull my weight, and then he just goes straight up, oh, I got this one, hang on. Ooh. Very fun.
星々の答えを聞きたいんだ。それが世界に押し殺される前。
突破します。
Hold up. Once this pull is done, I wanna check out that line. Hit wrong target. Because I'm not entirely sure what he means by that. But I think that might have just been due to me skimming it. Well, that's... I mean, I did turn down the game audio a little bit. I did turn down the game audio a little bit, but he definitely is sounding like more dejected and sad as we go. Ah, fuck. I was like, I literally tabbed out there. Oh, wait a second. No, against these things. I don't know what level range it was where Holy was a gain on 2 targets, but it's not a gain on 2 targets for me right now.
FFXIV 私もこのくらいはね。弱点は見えてるよ。
Yeah, I'll just throw a regen on him. Oh, yeah, I have a very rational hate for her. Or at least I have a very rational hate for Heidelin. Because the state in which... Okay. If we're going to get into a big-ass cutscene that explains character motivations, well, one, I want to do this line. Okay, let me... それが世界に押し越される前に。Huh. That's a weird way of putting that. それが世界に押し殺される前に。Wait. I'm assuming that what he's saying here is, like, I want to hear, like, the answers from, you know, from the stars, like, before they were, like, crushed by the world, like, by their worlds, I think is probably what that means, but otherwise I'm not quite sure what the それが世界に押し殺される前に is actually referring to, or, you know, if he's talking about, like, this world itself, like, this world stifling the truth, right? Emmett Sulk's response to that is, like, you know, give up already, give it up already. Ikagen Nishiro is more like that's in this case that should be like, that's enough, Hermes. You can hear us, can't you? Like, you can hear us. That's enough. Hithode says, you don't really see people this stubborn.
季節に応じて大陸間を移動する渡り鳥の創造成功は停滞していた飛行生物界に文字通りの新風を吹き込むこととなった。
Watari Dori. Oh, well, they're talking about, like, the idea of inventing migratory birds. Huh. The successful creation of migratory birds, which, like, travel between continents in accordance with the seasons, has quite literally breathed new life into the, like, long, stagnant world of flying life forms.
Oh
no, it's entirely different in the Japanese. Oh, it's entirely different in the Japanese. Like, Emmett Sulk's motivation is not properly translated at all. It's a bit much to go over right now, but it'll probably come out in the next couple of cutscenes. But yeah, they really botch his motivation. Huh. Okay. Determining approximate direction from the, like, sun and stars is not particularly difficult in of itself. However, like, yeah, that alone would not allow them to successfully migrate to the same location year after year.
最大の発見は東大のファダニエルがエルピス所長時代に編み出した磁場の利用法だ。アーテリスの磁場を鳥に読ませるとは何たる創造性だろう。
The foremost, like, discovery in this method was, like, was the method of utilizing the, like, magnetic fields, which was devised by the current Daniel during his tenure as director of Elpis. What incredible creativity and ingenuity to have like birds sense the magnetic field of Artemis. But, okay, since we're about to get into the whole thing here, my hatred for this character is primarily due to the means not possibly being justifiable. Taking people and splitting them into 14 different, like, shambling shells of their former selves, cursed to endlessly live out horrific mockeries of the people that they once were, constantly fighting and struggling against one another for, like, effectively a group hallucination, a fever dream, over and over and over again, and then, like, just forgetting that constantly, living horrifically short, fucked up lives. Like, I don't know, man. It's like if you got, you know, your pop with, like, late stage dementia, and you're just like, yeah, let's keep shoving, like, a feeding tube down his throat. And you know what? Hop him up on, like, meth too. You know, really keep him awake. This is just kind of a horrific fate worse than death that nobody possibly deserves. It's the state of being, like, having your soul fractured is so utterly fucked that pretty much any justification you could give, I don't think you could give me a justification that would make that, like, ethical. I mean, I'm assuming the reasoning is, like, you gotta split people up so that they can have more dunamis to be able to travel through space or whatever.
とうとうここまで来てしまったか。だが自分も今回だけは引くわけにはいかない。
But I cannot back down. Not now.
この意志を貫いてみせる。
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, that's a sick line. Like, even if the whole world calls me a fool, like, calls me a fool for it, I will see this through. Wait a second, was that Hangyakusha? Wait, yo. Hangyakusha. となってもね. Yes. Perfect usage of Hangyakusha. That's the same Hangyakusha that they put, you know, villains over in for Shadowbringers, for Jet Black villains. It's like to turn traitor to the world. Like to rebel against the world itself. Sick.
時間と静寂を勝ち取らせてもらう。
突破します。
風よ、旗にストレ。
Tiny. Oh god, these lines are sick. But I can't get a read on them that quick.
神秘の門を刻む。
Oh, wow. Okay, I did not get there fast enough. I did not get into that one fast enough. I was too busy reading chat. Damn it. Hangyakushaのヘルメスと書いてありました。どこだったっけ？Hangyakushaのヘルメス。もう絶対に、どこかで聞いたことがあるけど、いつだったっけ？ Wait, when was that? Or was that like the... Oh, shit. It was in the intro. My bad. I thought you were referring to something that happened like in a previous expansion or something. No, yeah, the title for Hermes here, when they did the boss intro, was Hangyakusha no Hermes. Okay. Fucking hell. Man, I'm so bad at multitasking. I'm so bad at multitasking.
神秘の門を刻む。
Okay. Yeah. I think I understand this now. But I really got, like, comboed the hell out. I'm sorry, what? That actually cleaves. Okay. That cleaves. Understood. Lesson learned. That cleaves. Yeah, I always forget about the whole idea of, like, tank busters actually being AoEs. Okay, I'm assuming we're gonna have to hide behind that rock. Okay, I'm actually having to pay attention. Double. Uh-oh. Oh shit, wait, that had an actual interrupt? That had an actual interrupt mechanic? I haven't seen one of those in forever. Oh, this sucks. Oh wait, never mind. It's actually not that bad at all. Never mind, it is that bad. I didn't see that one. I thought it was done and I looked at chat. I need to not do that. I just need to stop doing that entirely. Like, look, I've been doing this, the only gameplay that I've been doing is, like, low-level job quest stuff, and that stuff just rots your brain so hard. Like... Okay. Okay. I can't keep up. Like the transformation. Okay. Question. This is some cinema sins ass nitpicking. But I must ask. Does Medion have like a pause function or something? Or has Medion just been like doing the report this entire time? That's my question. Press nose to buzz. Dude. Oh, and you can see the curvature of the Earth. That's sick. That was very fun. I'm sorry. Did I just get... Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that a little snake wearing a bandana? What is this? Is this one super rare or something? He got the minion on first try. Is this one like really rare? I don't think I've ever seen it actually. That's hilarious. Never seen it. I've never seen that. Is it new or something? Hold up. Let's look this up real quick. It's adorable. Like, look at that. I'm gonna look up the drop rate. Also, the minion description was amazing for it. It's it just says like it's a snake created, you know, made with creation magic. It is very clever. Totemo kashikoi. It's a very clever boy. Very smart, very clever boy. Totemo kashikoi. That's adorable. That's adorable. You don't want to know the end description? This is amazing. Look at this little guy. Yeah, it was made by her. He's extremely intelligent, often served as like a messenger within edifice. Yeah, like, because some like faint memories. Yeah, perhaps he has like some faint memories of it remained. Amon named his like great cobra the same thing and like sent it, placed it within Dalagob. What is this thing's name in English? I want to actually know. Oh yeah, it's kinda... Okay. What is the actual drop rate? Oh my god, the first thing that I saw on Reddit was that somebody did this dungeon for like 150 hours straight. And didn't get it. Rarest global minions. No, it's not like one of the rarest actually, but it is fairly rare. Apparently, like, what, 100... Nah, plenty of people have it, apparently. I mean, that menu is going right into the favorite list. That's going straight into the favorites. Wonderful. All right, lock in. Time for like a 17-minute long cutscene, apparently.
時間だ、ヘルメス。
Time,
メーティオン
Hermes.
の身柄は14人委員会が預からせてもらう。それか
Okay,
ら
Midian will be entrusted to the
パラ
Committee
ニ
of
エルへの
14.
推挙の話をどうするにせよ、お前にも来てもらうぞ。状況を見極めるにはその知識が必要だ。
Okay, regardless of your decision for, like, the recommendation for Daniel, we need your expertise to, like, assess the situation.
メディオン、できることなら君の報告をゆっくり聞きたかった。
Yeah, Medion, if I could, I would have
その
loved
意
to,
味を考え
like, take, to
しかるべき
hear
言
your
葉で伝
report
え
in your own
み
time.
んなに己の行いを問い直してほしかった。
I wanted them to, like, yeah, everyone to think about its meaning,
自分
find
が
the
力
right
を及
words
ば
to
ぬ
tell
ばかり
them,
に
get them to, like,
その機会が
re-examine
失われようとしている。
their actions.
だが
I'm just not
君と
strong enough
自
so
分の
that
命
that
運が
chance is, like,
他人に委ねられ
about
て
to be
しまう
lost
前
to
に
us. This is all really rough. We're gonna have to go back
せ
over
め
it
て
later.
これだけは聞かせてほしい。
Oh,
彼方
wow.
の星に幸せは命の意味は生きる喜びはあったのだろうか。
I'm just gonna let this play, actually. We'll go over it after, but I just want to hear the performance as it is.
私たちは言いつけ通りに探しました。ある時は残された記録から、またある時は死して漂う思念体から、時には絶命間際の遺言を聞き、知的生命たちの思いを心で受け止めてきたのです。ある生命は親愛にあふれる世界を目指していました。しかし傷つけ合わないための断絶、すなわち孤独に蝕まれ壊れていきました。ある生命はより良き暮らしを求めて発展に勤しみました。故に襲われ略奪された。報復で相手を滅ぼしましたが、彼らもすでに再起不能でした。ある生命は悲劇の根源は有限な時間にあると考え、時間からの脱却を、無限を探し求めました。
That's an interesting one.
結果分かったのは、宇宙でさえも有限であり、
You
終わ
get
りからは
there.
逃げられないという
Yup,
事実。
there we go.
彼らは未来とともに生きる理由を失いました。
Heat death of the universe mentioned.
ある生命は怒りや悲しみを呼び起こすもの、その一切を捨て去りました。同時に喜びも薄れ、生に意味はなくなり、静かなる自滅が始まりました。誰もが声で、心で、歴史で訴えていました。一生懸命に生きたのだと。最善を目指して精一杯歩んできたのだと。その上で彼らは思い知ったのです。絶望は、悲しみは、怒りは、孤独は、恐怖は、諦めは、決してなくすことなどできないのだと。故に私は、私と私たちは、この心に溶け合ったすべての先行く者たちは、終わりを歌う。
That is some incredibly impressive voice acting.
美しいアーテリスの輝ける命たち、苦しいくせに意味のない生のくびきから解き放ってあげる。何にもならないんですもの。何もしなくっていいでしょう。終わりは合理的で美しい、乱れ得ぬ生を 唯一の安らぎよ。さあ、天の果てに巣を作り、星という星から死と終焉を集めましょう。そうしてもっとうまく強く歌うの。エーテルで覆われたこの星にもちゃんと終わりが届くように。それが答え。天津星々からアーテリスの命に送る結論よ。
ふざけるな。私たちの終わりを勝手に決めることは許さない。何のつもりだ。今の話を聞いてなおそちらに味方するつもりか。そいつが終末を起こそうとしているんだぞ。
自分たちは星を良くするために
It's that
基準
same
に似合わ
yoku.
なかった生命をほふってき
It's
た。
that same yoku.
それは終わることこそ救いだと信じて私たちをほふるのとどう違うのだろう。
そんなものは詭弁だ。
ああ、そうだな。自分はきっと正しくない。だが君たちも正しくはないよ。だから測らなければならないんだ。ここはエルピス生命の実験場。所長ヘルメスの名において人の裁定を執り行おう。人がもし命を見つめ直し生きたいと渇望したなら、それに足るだけのものであるならば、いかに真理であると謳おうが終わりは退けられるだろう。そうでなければ星ごと滅びるのみ。そして最低である以上は公正を期さなければならない。起動せよカイロス。
記憶改変機構カイロス起動。主よ、要件を承りましょう。
ヒペルボレア造物院全域を対象に記憶の消去と変更を行え。起点はプロピュライオンに14人委員会エメトセルクが到着した瞬間とする。以降現在に至るまでの記憶を消去、同時に以下の情報をかろうじて思い出せる程度に焼き込んでくれ。自分はここでエメトセルクとヒトロダイウスに日頃研究に用いているカイロスを見せようとした。しかし折悪くメーティオンの共有意識が暴走。存在を維持できなくなった彼女は宇宙にいるものも含め全てが弾けて消え去った。その際の衝撃でカイロスが誤作動。自分たちも含め館内にいた者の数日分の記憶を焼き消した。
承知いたしました。作動準備。3プロセス中第1プロセスを開始します。
さすがだね。それだけまっさらにしてくれたら確かに公正だ。君に出会ったことも教えてもらった未来の話も、メーティオンが変わり果てたって事実さえ消えてなくなるんだから。
How are we gonna resolve this?
行くんだメーティオン。誰の手も届かない 果てまで。
あなたも連れて行きましょうか、ヘルメス。血肉を捨ててくれるならばきっと運べるわ。
自分は最後まで人として君のもたらす終わりに抗おう。
バカな人。うなずいてくれたら一番優しく終わりにしてあげたのに。行かせはしません。
さあ飛べ。
お前の相手は私だ、ヘルメス。
来てアルゴス。
記憶改変作動準備。第1プロセス完了。第2プロセスに移行します。
焦らせてくれるな。
Wait, are we not gonna... Do we not get to do this as like an
いい
actual
かい
gameplay
君は
section?
絶対に
This would be kind of
今日
tight.
のことを忘れちゃダメだ。ここで知ったことは未来を救うための鍵でもあるんだから。極論、ここでメイティオンや私たちがどうなろうが、それはあくまでこちらの歴史、私たちの戦いだ。そして君には君の戦いが待っている。他の誰も代わりはできないんだ。だからとにかく脱出が優先。分かったら私にお任せあれだ。
Okay, so they're going to have us
さあ
piece out
ど
of
こに
this.
ある？あった。空間のつなぎ目だ。
Okay, so this is their setup of saying like they're not going to show us what happens to this world entirely, but just gonna say like we're gonna handle this. We gotta send you back to your own time. I still can't get over how weird the dog looks.
あと少し。だったらこれを。天の果てであろうと私たちは必ず。
メイティオンが逃げたのか。
第2プロセス完了。最終プロセスに移行します。
と悔しがってる場合じゃないね。いいかい？動物園の内部を形成する複数の空間、そのつなぎ目がこの先にあるんだ。私が矢でつなぎ目を壊して外への出口をこじ開ける。そこへ飛び込むんだ。
君には謝ることさえできないな。だが逃がすわけにはいかないんだ。
君ならそうするって思った。さすがはエメトセルク、完璧な仕事だね。
どういうことだ。空間のつなぎ目はあちらにあったのでは。
そうだよね。こんなもの見えるのは私とエメトセルクくらいのものだ。
最初から 空間のつなぎ目はこちらにあった。あいつらがもったいつけて何もない方に向かった時、陽動をしてやるという意味だと気づいたわけだ。
そもそも私の矢なんかじゃつなぎ目は壊せないしね。
まったく馬鹿げたやり方だ。だがあいにくどこぞの困った旧友のせいでそういうのに付き合い慣れていてな。
We're going on a roller coaster with
そ
this
して
one.
バカな無茶に親しんでいるのは私たちだけじゃない。何せあいつに座を託した人だ。彼女だってすぐに理解しただろうさ。時間がない。そのまま行け。私はお前の話した未来を今も信じちゃいない。そんな無様な歴史になどするつもりはない。だがそれでもあえて言うのなら、私に託されたものを投げ出すなよ。
最終プロセス完了。記憶の消去および改変を実行します。
Okay, are we going to give me a spot to pause here or no?
大丈夫。
Okay.
少し疲れが出ただけです。
All right. That's a lot. Let me just see if the video actually processed properly. I was recording that whole thing. Okay. It looks as though it did. So, in that case... It's been a minute since I've done this. One second. Let me try and get this to... Let me see if I can somehow try and get this to capture properly. One moment, please. Ooh, it is not wanting to play. Okay, but I should be able to just window... I think I'll just be able to window capture the video file itself. One moment, please. Apologies. This is scuffed. It's been a minute since I've done one of these. I've got to set everything up. Yeah, I got to set it all up and make sure it's all in the same general space. And I'm not entirely sure if it's going to capture the audio is the issue. Yeah, I'm trying to set up the audio capture for it real quick. Okay, I might just have to mute this. God, this sucks. The problem here is that OBS is not wanting to capture the audio of just the video file. It's not wanting to do that for me, which is very, very obnoxious. Okay, but in any case, I can, at the very least, okay, let's see real quick if this even works. So, whoa, hey. Oh, look, it's like the video or something. It's like a recording of that thing we just saw. Now, the question is whether or not the audio is going to be playing properly.
時間だ、ヘルメス。メーティオンの
Okay, it works. Hey, it works. Kind of. It's still scuffed. A bit loud? Okay, I can turn it down. Ooh. One moment. But okay, I can't like resize it. If I do any weird resizing stuff, it all fucks up on the stream as well. Okay. So. Yeah, this is gonna take a minute. Apologies. That's enough. Hermes, Medion will be taken into, the Committee of 14 will take custody of Medion.
14人委員会が預からせてもらう。それから、ファダニエルへの推挙の話をどうするにせよ、お前にも来てもらうぞ。
Okay. And regardless of, the recommendation to the seat of Fidaniel, you'll be coming with us as well. We need your expertise, your knowledge to assess the situation.
興味極めるには、その知識が必要だ。
Let me make sure that I'm not capturing that mouse cursor anymore.
メディオン
Okay, Meteon. If possible, I would have liked to have, take our time, like going over your report.
できることなら君の報告をゆっくり聞きたかった。その意味を考え、しかるべき言葉で伝え、みんなに己の行いを問い直してほしかった。
That is a very interesting line from him. This is the through line. This is the through line of his motivation. みんなに己の行いを問い直してほしかった。Like, that's it shows that he's still approaching this from the same standpoint. Like, from the same point of view as, like, one of the people of Utopia. Like, I wanted them to think about its, like, think over its meaning. Or it's like, yeah, no, I wanted to, like, think over the meaning, find, like, the proper, words to explain it. And then, like, have everyone begin to, like, re-examine their ways. Like, to question their ways.
自分が力及ばぬばかりに、その機会は失われようとしている。
And it's like, this is like, thanks to my failure, like, we're not going to have that chance, but
だが君と自分の命運が他人に委ねられてしまう前に、せめてこれだけは聞かせてほしい。
shit. Yeah, before, like, our fates are, like, put in their hands, there's one thing I want to know.
せめてこれだけは聞かせてほしい。彼方の星に。
Like, in those far off worlds, like, happiness, the meaning of life.
命の意味は、生きる喜びは。
So, for this, you would probably flip the lines for the impact. Like, in those far off worlds, was there, happiness, meaning to life, joy in living? Was there any at all? Like, saying, あったのだろうか? You can even see it on his face. It's still hopeful. Right? It's still hopeful of saying, like, there has to have been something, right? Like, there's something. Something out there. Like, 生きる喜び. Joy in living. Enjoyment. Like, something. Was there anything that actually enjoyed life? Like, was there any joy? Yeah, and the music reflects it. That you know, there might be some sort of hopeful turn, and then, no.
私たちは言いつけ通りに探
As we were told, we began our
しました。
search.
ある時はの
At times, like, yeah, we searched from records left behind. This, okay, so this, I actually looked this up a little bit. This is,
残された記録から
what was the
また
pronunciation
ある
here?
時は死して
Shinentai.
漂う思念体から
Shinentai. Shinentai is actually a thing that gets used in several of the Final Fantasy games. This is like an established thing. I believe it was in, I think it was a thing in Final Fantasy VII as well. I never played Final Fantasy VII, so I don't know. But Shinentai is like thought form. Like, they're using it to refer to like some sort of either crystallization of memory and thought that still takes on some form of autonomous form, or like I think in certain games it's been like a reflection of ether, in the same way that they were talking about viewing the past. Like Venice was telling you about how to like look at the past by seeing like things that are recorded onto ether. Like an echo? No. I hate that word so much. Shinentai, however, also, like, I think that you need to use, like, thought form. I have no idea what they translate this to in English, but I really want to know. I'm not gonna check, like, anything else. I just need to know what they translate Shinentai to. Because that seems pretty fucking important. They just say we scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased. Like they're channeling a fucking exorcism or something. That's not what that means. And also, like, how are they communing? What? That adds a lot of saying communed with the spirits of the deceased. No, they are not. They're explicitly not the spirits of the deceased. It is a completely different thing. Thought form, or, like, yeah, thought body. Something along those lines is really what you should have, like, you could say mind form. It is some form of, like, physicalized, condensed version of a mind. Effectively. Something along those lines. I don't know why you saying spirits here makes it sound like they're just like they're floating around as ghosts, and that there's like ghosts in the setting that are just like, you know, I have unfinished business and I am here to tell you my tale. Manifestations or remnants, I still don't like either of those. I think that you should just use the sci-fi term here and say thought form. And then just define it. Just say thought form is one word. Ian doesn't really have a concept for this until Dawn Trail. I'm assuming that this is going to come up later, which is why you should really make it explicit now. This is the thing that happens in this game so often, is that the Japanese script sets up things that they then pull from later, which then makes them foreshadowing. Like, even if they didn't know exactly what they were going to be doing with Dawn Trail until they started writing it, they have enough leads and they have enough things established within the setting to pull from them and have them work. Which is why if you're translating, you need to keep stuff like this in place. Because you don't know, you're not the writer, you do not know what the writers are going to deem important. And so rather than just deciding on your own that you're just like, oh yeah, what, we can just say spirits of the deceased, Shinentai is a pretty specific ass word. Like, that's very specific. You would have just said like, you know, bore or some crap like that, you know. Obake. If they meant like deceased spirits. But they don't. They mean shinentai. So, this line, yeah, sometimes we searched like from records left behind, others from like drifting or like lingering thought forms.
時には絶命間際の遺言を聞き、知的生命たちの思いを心で受け止めてきたのです。
Yeah, at times we like listened to their dying words, you know, and testament. Like and accepted or embraced the will of intelligent life.
ある生命は親愛にあふれる世界を目指していました。
This Aruseme, so they're setting out a category of like these are the different things that happen to each of these different worlds. Like, so you would probably say each of these Aruseme would probably be like something like one such, or yeah, you would say one such. You know, we accepted the will and testimony of intelligent life. Yeah, one such like seeks to create a world like full of love.
しかし傷つけ合わないための断絶、すなわち孤独に蝕まれ壊れていきました。
Yeah. However, like in order to avoid hurting one another, like they separated and such, like yeah, loneliness, isolation consumed them and they were destroyed.
ある生命はより良き暮らしを求めて発展に勤しみました。
Yeah, one such like strove to like for progress in the pursuit of a better life.
故に襲われ略奪された。報復で相手を滅ぼしましたが、
This like hatim? Actually, no, that's like development or like expansion, rather. Or no, never mind. I was right at first. It's like they developed, however, therefore they were attacked and like looted, plundered. They destroyed their enemies in revenge, but they were already beyond the point of recovery. It's like there was no recovery left for them.
彼らもすでに再起不能でした。ある生命は悲劇の根源は有限な時間にあると考え、時間からの脱却を、無限を探し求めました。
This is the one that I thought they were going to go for. From the beginning. This is the most important one. For sure. One such, believed the root of all, of all tragedy, of all sorrow, lied in finite time, and sought an escape from time, sought out infinity.
結果分かったのは、宇宙でさえも有限であり、終わりからは逃げられないという事実。彼らは未来と共に生きる理由を失いました。
I mean, that's a very common sci-fi concept. The whole, escaping from three-dimensional linear time. Yeah, what they learned is that what they learned in the end was that even the universe itself is finite. And there is no escape from its end. Their future and reason to live were lost at once.
ある生命は怒りや悲しみを呼び起こすもの、その一切を捨て去りました。
This is a very interesting one for a Japanese game to do. Because this is a critique of, some fairly, this is a critique of a lot of East Asian philosophies. They're doing it all, but it is a lot more common. Okay, so one such sought to abandon all things which evoke anger or sorrow.
同時に喜びも薄れ、生に意味はなくなり、静かなる自滅が始まりました。
Yeah. And simultaneously, joy faded. Life lost meaning. In a calm, quiet self-destruction began. Like an extinction. They just faded into nothing.
誰もが声で、心で、歴史で訴えていました。一生懸命に生きたのだと。
一生懸命に生きたのだと。This... God, that's a good line. Utaete imashita. There's a lot of different ways that you could word this, but it's very poetic in a way. Like through their voices, through their will, through their history. Like they all proclaimed. Yeah, that's what you would do. You would do with like proclaim. Like, through their voice, through their will, through their history, they all proclaimed. It's like we lived as best we could. Or like we lived and we tried. You know, it's like the line there is like we gave our all at the concept of life.
最善を目指して精一杯歩んできたのだと。
Yeah, that they all, like, to the best of their ability, like, strived to be the best they could be. Well, 最善を目指して isn't really just like trying to be the best you can be, but it's like trying to create the best world they could as well.
その上で彼らは思い知ったのです。
Yeah, and then, or it's like and then or and yet. They learned. And yet they all realized.
絶望は、悲しみは、怒りは、孤独は、恐怖は、諦めは、決してなくすことなどできないのだと。
And they realized that despair, grief, anger, isolation, fear, like resignation, like, can never be eliminated.
決してなくすことなどできないのだと。故に私は、私と私たちは、この心に溶け合ったすべての先行く者たちは、終わりを歌う。
God, that's sick. That's so fucking good. That's impossible. You can't do... So, to do this in English, you would need to use a bunch of different personal reference and have them each hit a different tone. She says, watashi, watashi to watashi, watashitachi. It's, each one of those is, like, you know, it's kanji, hiragana, katakana, and the tone, the intonation that the actress uses is different each time. Like going from more personal to more robotic to, you know, it's cool. You would have to do something like we, I, Metion, like, you know, in a weird stilted voice or something like that. You know, like you do like we, I, Metion, and put like a reverb on the Metion there. to indicate that it's like referring to it as a plural. That would probably be what you would have to do, and it would be pretty sick. Very effective segment in, you know, making your skin crawl. Oh, okay. No kokoro ni. Yeah, therefore, Metion, like, have, it's この心に溶け合った. What do you say with that? It's like you have, trying to think. I think you would say, like, fused ourselves to this will. Like, this one will. Like, that all those who have gone, like, sing of. Or, this isn't sing of, this utaru should be like, all those who have... it's probably something like, all those who have gone hereby declare the end.
Koishii hito, 美しいアーテリスの輝ける命たち。苦しいくせに意味のない。
Yeah, declare works better with this. Declare makes more sense with that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that they would skip the combo there. It's hard to get right, but I think you really have to try to... Because otherwise it makes it very unclear as to how exactly Metion works and who is talking right now, where... I wouldn't at all be surprised if at the end of the expansion you end up, like, rescuing the singular Metion that you knew from this greater hive, or something along those lines. Like, this isn't the Metion that we were talking to. They went with Sing Out. I'm not necessarily sure there. I think Declare probably works better. It's like, yeah, beloved... Yeah, like, beloved humanity. Like, shining lives of... Like, of the beautiful Arteris. Like, hereby, you will be free of the yoke. Like, of agonizing, meaningless life. Yeah, you will be free from the yoke. Like, or that's, we will free you of the yoke of agonizing, meaningless life.
何にもならないんですもの。何もしなくっていいでしょ。終わりは合理的で美しい。 乱れ得ぬ静音唯一の安らぎよ。
Yeah, so the whole setup here was mirroring what Meteon is saying here now with what the like the ancients in Utopia were themselves saying about created life. The same thing applies to them when put at a larger scale. It's like there's nothing to be done and nothing you must do. Now, the end is rational and beautiful. Like this pure tranquility, the only like solace.
さあ、天の果てに巣を作り、星という星から死と終焉を集めましょう。
Yeah, it's like what at the end, like at the edge of the universe, at the edge of the heavens, we will make our nest. Shuen. Yeah, okay, so this is the Shuen that they put finale over. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. From world to world, gathering death. Like death and demise. Like death and downfall, death and demise. It's not just... There is a difference. It's... Star might actually work here. Yeah, you can say star. In this case. From the stars.
もっとうまく強く歌うの。エーテルで覆われたこの星にもちゃんと終わりが届くように。
We got the crazy face going. Okay, so you might go with sing, actually, specifically because of this. But it's like this utau is not like it's like to extol, right? Really? That's the kanji being used here is like to extol, to declare. So I don't know. Because I don't know if sing really has the same meaning in English. I still, like, I think you could go one of two ways. You could either go with the sing line, because it is utau. Like, you know, it is that, you can do that, but I do think that then you miss some of the, like, argumentation meaning here. Like, and they're, like, stronger. It's like, and they're ever greater, like, we shall make our claim. I think I like make our claim. Like, that this, like, ether... like, that this ether-wrapped world, too, will meet its end.
それが答え。天津星々からアーテリスの命に送る結論よ。
That is the answer. Like, from the... like, from all the stars in the sky to the life of Arteris, their conclusion. Yeah, it's like, that's the answer from the universe. Yeah, that's just... yeah, don't fuck with me. Who the hell do you think you are? You don't just get to decide, like, our end for us.
What the hell are 今の話を聞いてなおそちらに味方するつもりか。そいつが終末を起こそうとしているんだぞ。
Entirely reasonable. Yeah, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're still taking her side after everything you just heard? Even though she's trying to bring about an apocalypse?
なおそちらに味方するつもりか。そいつが終末を起こそうとしているんだぞ。
自分たちは星を良くするために基準に見合わなかった生命をほふってきた。
Once again, insane voice acting work for Hermes. And again, this yokusuru, is not the standard, like, make the world better. It means to make the world, like, again, the biblical sense of good. Like, to make it as it should be. You could almost say perfect for this yoku. Like, we, to perfect the world, yeah, have slaughtered life that did not match our standards. Or that, I think you would have said, like, you would say that it did not that did not match the standard, rather, probably.
それは終わることこそ救いだと信じて私たちをほふるのとどう違うのだろう。
And this どう違うのだろう? Yeah, what difference is there then? in slaughtering, in ourselves being slaughtered in the name of our salvation. The thing is that I don't think that Hermes actually has any real room or ability to change the fundamental assumptions of Utopia. Like, that's the thing that they really hammer home in the Japanese, is that he's tried to convince people. Like, the thing is that since it's all based off of Utopia, Thomas More, everything for them is put up to debate. You don't do things individually. Right? Even at the end of, like, even here, he said that he wanted to have them go over and debate what Meteon said. That's the whole thing. If you've read Utopia, that's like nobody does anything individually. Everything is put up to debate. Everything is put up to discussion. And so Hermes has like tried to talk to people and debate and discuss and say like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. And he's lost every time. The standard of perfecting the world, making the world a better place is so incredibly self-evident as to be, it's just an axiom. It's not something that you argue against. It's an untenable position. You can't argue against it. It is absolutely rock solid assumption. It is the starting point from like every single belief that they have. He like doesn't even really have the vocabulary to articulate what he thinks. Like, people didn't even use, they're not even using the words for death. And they're, at the start of the zone, they say how weird it is, how strange it is that he even uses the word death. Nobody else uses the term. Like, this was him attempting to try and convince people here, but, he kind of fucking loses it. And also, yeah, you, like, were trying to physically stop him because it was a terrible fucking idea. I think that there's a much more, like, I'm not entirely sure what they go with in the English for this, like, I'm not going to check just yet, but this is a far more valid line of questioning than I'm assuming the English was. Like, this is rational, in a sense. It's not right, but he is throwing, like, their blatant hypocrisy in their face. Like, they say that life that did not meet the standard of making the world, good, perfect, was slaughtered. And so, like, in the name of, the end being the only salvation, and us being slaughtered, is there really any difference? Yeah, and Emmett Salk's response is, Kiben. Yeah, like, and even then, they're routinely getting rid of life that has souls. Like, they've established that entirely. Like, that they make stuff with souls, and then just poof them back into, they just return them to ether. They're dying, they're killing them. Like, they are absolutely killing them, and they don't have any sort of real justification for why they matter more. If, both things have souls. There's no justification that, like, oh, only humans have souls. Only humans were made in God's image, etc., etc. They don't have that excuse. And you can see the whole debate thing coming up here with Emmett Silk saying that that's sophistry. You know, he does say kiben. Like, even in these situations, they're talking about actual discussion, debate. Like, it's, you know, you're twisting around words to make it sound logical. That's sophistry. That's nothing more than sophistry.
そうだな。自分はきっと正しくない。だが、君たちも正しくはないよ。
This is the face. This is the face. This is the face that they're trying to convey. That's the emotion. A pained. You know, that just like raw grief. Like, yeah. You're right. Like, I know I'm not right. But neither are the rest of you. Like, this isn't a very telling line for him, saying, I know I'm wrong, but you are too. And this tadashi is, like, just as well, like, correct and just. Yeah, so this 測らなければ this 測る isn't just like, this isn't judge necessarily. Like, this 測る is to like measure, to like take measure of. I would say, like, it must, you could either say it must be, we must, like, take measure. Like, we must investigate.
ここはエルピス。生命の実験場。所長ヘルメスの名において、人の裁定を執り行おう。
And this is where he's doing the thing of, like, I'm the director of Oedipus. So, just as, you know, we here have evaluated and judged other life forms, other life with souls, on whether or not they fit the measure and deserved to live, etc. Yeah, this is Oedipus, the proving grounds of life. You could say proving grounds, the, like, laboratory. It's important that he's saying that, like, he's making the appeal to the location. He's saying that this is Oedipus, the proving grounds of life. Yeah, therefore, like, and as its director, like a judgment. I don't even necessarily like judgment necessarily here, because saite, is like decision. I think you could either say, like, you know, as its director, humanity will be measured.
Hitoがもし命を見つめ直し生きたいと渇望したなら、それに足るだけのものであるならば、いかに真理であると歌おうが終わりは退けられるだろう。
And the thing that was very interesting was at the end of all of this, he says that he's going to join the human side of things of fighting off what's going to happen. He's putting himself in the test, right? He's judging humanity, and like they're setting up a more or less impartial test of humanity. Yeah, if humanity examines life and truly, like, wishes to live, yeah, then no matter what, like, claim is made, like, we will fight off and overcome the end. Like, yeah, no matter the truth of the claim, rather, they will fight off and overcome the end. We will fight off and overcome the end.
そうでなければ星ごと滅びるのみ。
Yeah, and if we cannot, yeah, all that is left for the world is destruction. It's like the whole world will be
そ
destroyed.
して最低である以上は公正を期さなければならない。
Yeah, like, corset. It needs to be, yeah, as this is, you know, a ruling. Or, like, as this is I guess you would say, like, 最低である以上は。 I guess you would say either like measurement or test. Like, as this is a measurement, fairness must be ensured. Like, actually you would say impartiality must be ensured. Evaluation? Yeah, evaluation. I like evaluation for Saite. Yeah, as it is an evaluation, impartiality must be ensured. You know, they're going at it very scientific.
起動せよ。
Activate. Kairos. That Kido is for, like, you know, starting up a computer. Well, no, I mean, that's what he's going for with the memory erasing thing. He's erasing his own memories as well. That's his idea of going at it impartially. So that he and all other human life would be united in attempting to deal with the apocalypse.
カイロス。
記憶改変機構カイロス 起動。主よ、要件を承りましょう。
God, that's sick. Yeah, this seems like a massive, like, program embedded within this whole, structure. Yeah, memory alteration program, Kairos, activated. Like, master, user, administrator, your orders.
起動。
And, like, ready to receive
主
order.
よ、要件を承りましょう。
ヒペルボレア造物院全域を対象に記憶の消去と変更を行い
Okay. Within Hyperborea, like Creation Institute. Yeah, perform memory erasure and alteration within the entire Hyperborea Creation Institute.
起点はプロピュライオンに重要任委員会エメトセルクが到着した瞬間とする。以降現在に至るまでの記憶を消去。
Yeah, and he's setting up the specific time frame. Yeah, the origin point is the moment the member of the Committee of 14, Emmett Selk, arrived at Propidion. From that point onward, all memories to the present will be erased. Are to be erased.
同時に以下の情報をかろうじて思い出せる程度に焼き込んでくれ。
Man, they're doing a really good job. His voice is shaking as he says that. This whole time they're making him sound just like kind of broken and fucked up. He doesn't really want to be doing this, but he's just kind of losing it. Yeah. Simultaneously, embed the following information into, like, target memories to the point of faint recollection.
自分はここでエメトセルクとヒトロダイウスに日頃研究に用いているカイロスを見せようとした。
Yeah, I here intended to begin to show Kairos to Emid Selk and Hythlodaeus, which, you know, is used in my daily research.
しかし折悪くメーティオンの共有意識が暴走。存在を維持できなくなった彼女は宇宙にいるものも含め全てが弾けて消え去った。
However, yeah, unfortunately, Medion's shared consciousness went haywire or broke down, unable to maintain her form. She and those in space has simply, like, burst and vanished.
その際の衝撃で
The shock caused a malfunction in Kairos, erasing several days of memory from all within the facility, including ourselves.
カイロスが誤作動。自分たちも含め 館内にいた者の数日分の記憶を焼き消した。
承知いたしました。
Understood.
作動準備。
Yeah, startup procedure initiated. Like, 3 processors remaining. First process, begin. Commencing.
3プロセス中、第1プロセスを開始します。
さすがだね。それだけまっさらにしてくれたら。
Yeah. Yeah, I see. You know, if you can, yeah, wipe the record clean like that, it would be fair. It would be impartial.
確かに公正だ。君に出会ったことも、教えてもらった未来の話も、メイティオンが変わり果てたって事実さえ消えてなくなるんだから。
Yeah, because, yeah, our memories of meeting you, what you've told us of the future, like the truth of Meteon's transformation, all of it would be gone. Go, Meteon, where no one can reach you. At the edge of the universe, the edge of the cosmos.
あなたも連れて行きましょうか、ヘルメス。血肉を捨ててくれるならば、きっと運べるわ。
Yeah? Should I bring you too, Hermes? If you, yeah, abandon your flesh, I can take you with, like, I can bring you with us. Ugh. You know, I can carry you, I can bring you with us.
自分は最後まで人として君のもたらす終わりに抗おう。
I, until the very end, you know, will resist, will fight against the end that you bring as a human, as a human.
バカな人。うなずいてくれたら、一番優しく終わりにしてあげ。
I'm not really fond of them having to say baka no shito, but whatever. That is like, you know, foolish human. Like if you had agreed, if you had consented, you could have been given the like most gentle, painless end of all. It's a little goofy. This really should be like, you know, foolish human, or like you fool. I would go with like kindest and okay. So right about at this point is where my enjoyment of the cutscene went from like a solid 9 to 9.5 out of 10 and just started spiking downward. So I really think that the entire cutscene probably should have ended right about when Hythlodaeus said, like, you know, you've got your own thing to deal with, we'll be fine here, go. They should have ended on that and left the rest of it up to your imagination or something. That's me. But they keep going for another like 5 minutes talking about there's like a rift in space that Hythlodaeus could see over there, and we're gonna send you over there, but it was a bait and switch, and it was actually there, and then they send you out with Venus. So I'm gonna like just skim the
メテオンや私たちがどうなろうがにお任せあれだ。
where exactly is the line that I'm looking for?
優しく終わりにしてあげ
The line that I am looking for is an MSQ one.
お前の相手は私だ。ヘルメス。
来てアルゴス。
記憶改変作動準備。第1プロセス完了。第2プロセスに移行します。
Okay, where is the... Did I skip over it again? This is scuffed. I'm just trying to find the line from Emmett Selk talking about, like, you know, you going off and actually fixing shit. Yeah, they do say, like, you know, it's completely reckless, absolutely insane. Seems like nobody, you know, no matter who. You know, like the Alzim, all those people, they're fucking crazy.
そういうのに付き合いに慣れていてな。そしてバカな無茶に親しんでいるのは私たちだけじゃない。
Yeah, you know, in terms of like being stupid and reckless, it's not just us that applies to.
何せあいつに座を託した人だ。
And after all, they like gave them the seat.
彼女だってすぐに理解しただろうさ。
Yeah, so I'm sure, you know, she understood immediately. Yeah, it's like, you know, we're both Ozem, so we're on the same wavelength. Right, we're both fucking
このまま
insane.
行け。私はお前の話した未来を今も信じちゃいない。そんな無様な歴史になどするつもりはない。
Uzama no rekishi. Tight. As always, any Emmett Sulk line is just, ooh. Yeah, I still don't believe in that, you know, future of yours. I've no intention of, like, allowing such a, like, unsightly, you know, disgraceful history come to pass.
だが、それでもあえて言うのなら。
Yet, if I had to say, you know, like, and yet even then, like, if I had to say one thing,
私に託されたものを投げ出すなよ。
hell yeah, that made it all worth it. So, you really gotta go hard making this This is like what I entrusted you with. Don't give up on it. You know, don't, or you could say like, don't give up on like what I trusted you with. You know, it's the I in quotes. Yeah, like that's probably around what you would go with. It's like don't give up, or like don't you give up on what I trusted you with. You know, referring to the world and all those people and stuff. He's saying keep on fighting. Squander? No. No, squander is not. No. Squander would be a very... Is that what they translate this to? That's awful if that's the case. Squander? No. Nagedatsu. Nagedatsu in this case, there's no way that you can take that as, like, squander. This is, like, abandon. Like, to give up on. To... And he's talking about the world. Right? Like, you know, I trusted you, like, like, another me trusted you with the world. Don't you dare fucking give up on it. Like, I think abandon, give up on, is much more clearly the meaning. Hold on, what is the English line? Ugh. It's do not squander it, the legacy I leave you. Wait, they just got all of it wrong. That's just all wrong. What do you mean the legacy I leave you? That isn't present tense. That if you were going to say the legacy I left you, and also, like, yeah, that I should be like in quotes or italics. They didn't put it in quotes or italics at all. So, what are you talking about here? Yeah, it's I entrusted the world to you. Don't abandon it. You know, I, in quotes, entrusted the world to you. Don't abandon it. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on them, like all of the world and all of the people within it. Do not squander it, the legacy I leave you, present tense. Yeah, they just got all of it wrong. Like, that's just all... There's no quotes, tense is wrong. Nagedatsu, the meaning is wrong. They managed to get that, like, as wrong as physically possible. No, it's takusareta mono. He's specifically talking about the other him in the quote-unquote future entrusted you with the world. That's like the thing that happened. You told him about what happened. You said, like, you died and said that, you know, you trusted me with the world and with protecting the world. That's what he's referring to here. Unless you're talking about the English being the legacy I leave you. But then it's like the legacy I will leave you, and even then that doesn't really work, because it's not what they're talking about. He's not going to do that. He's saying that his, like, future is not going to end up like that, so that's not what he's saying. And also, legacy is just wrong as well. Like, the word legacy here completely fucks it up. But in any case, we now find ourselves back here. There really was like a solid 6 minutes of, aha! You thought that the rift here was there, but it was actually here. You fucking idiot. And that, it's all pretty much as you would expect. I want to make somewhat decent time. We're already not making anything close to decent time, but... yeah, squander. Ugh. Like, okay, so you can read that Nagedasu as, like, to so easily give up on, but to squander something like that means it's like, that's just still not the meaning of squander. Because it's not, in the Japanese, it is not talking about, like, squandering anything. He's being sentimental again. He's saying, like, oh, I trusted you with the world, with all of those people. You know, don't you dare give up on them. I'm alright, just a little tired.
この天の光すべてが終わりを迎えたムクロだというの。
Wow, that goes hard. Holy shit, that is a metal as hell line. It's like, is every star in the sky truly just a corpse? You know, the Japanese is like is truly just like a corpse of that which has met its end. But I think in English you could just shorten that to, is every star in the sky truly just a corpse?
生きること、世界を美しいと思っていたのは私たちだけ。
Now, all the stars in the sky are corpses is my next, like, that's my grindcore album. Like, that we alone are the only ones who view life, like, this world as beautiful.
先行く他の星々はもうとっくに見切りをつけていたと。
That all the other worlds have long since, like, gone and gave up all hope. But
果てしなく遠くても確かに感じる彼女の存在を。いつか至るべき場所があること。
Huh. Yeah, yeah, even though it's endlessly far away, I can feel it. Like, yeah, her presence. Like, where I must go. This is your justification, isn't it? That we need to go to you. This is the justification that we need to, oh, we're gonna break apart all of life in order to send out a hit squad. On Medion, we gotta have enough dunamis to be able to send out a hit squad onto Medion. We couldn't just do that for, like, you know, a handful of people who'd, like, consent to it or something like that. No, 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 no. We gotta do it to literally everybody in the most convoluted-ass, Rube Goldberg-ass way physically imaginable. Okay. I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I'm already mad.
メーティオンが飛び去る直前、追跡の術を彼女にかけたのです。
Or Medion flew away. Placed a tracker upon her.
彼女はすでにアーテリスを出て、今なお離れ続けている。これだけ遠いと、正しい位置を割り出すのも容易ではないでしょう。
She's already left Arteris. Now is far, far away. And with her, you know, so far that I can't quite tell where she, like, truly is. Like, pinpointing her exact location will not be easy.
エメトセルクとヒュトロダイウスのおかげで記憶だって残っています。
But yeah, this is a like, we have a trail thanks to Emmett Sulk and Hythlodaeus. I remember. Now we remember.
私たちは何もできなくなったわけではありません。
You have to flip the negatives here. This is, like, it's not as though there's nothing we can do, but you would just say, in English, you would just say, like, there's still, like, we still have a chance, probably. Yeah, hold up. So your options here are, I wonder what happened to Emmett Sulk and, you know, Hythlodaeus Hermes. Bottom option is, okay, we gotta figure out what's going on. Hey, what's up with them? How are they doing?
動物園の様子を見に行ってみましょう。彼らはまだそこにいるはずです。
Okay. Let's go and check the Creation Institute. They should still be there.
ただ、彼らの記憶がどうなっているか定かでない以上、私たちが直接会いに行くのは避けるべきかと。
Yeah, that actually does. I have to admit begrudgingly that makes sense. You know, considering that we can't be certain about the state their memories are in, perhaps we should avoid meeting them directly. We're gonna use the weird man dog. We're gonna use the weird man dog.
今日は無茶ばかりでごめんなさい。これが終わったら休んで構わないわ。
Now, could you do this for us? I know I've asked a lot of you today. And once this is over, I promise, you can rest. Dog.
アルゴスと感覚を共有します。彼の見
Oh,
聞
that's
き
just
する
a
こと
thing you can do?
を私たちも見聞きできるのです。
Okay, that's just a thing you can do. Okay, like we'll share our senses with Argos, see and hear what he sees and hears.
さあ、目を閉じて、意識を沈めて。
And now close your eyes. Calm your mind. I mean, no, I think that the moon was probably shielded against Dunamis. That's probably a thing that they mentioned in, like, some side content or something, that they've got, like, Dunamis shielding on the moon. If they're gonna be using it as to travel in space, it's gotta be shielded.
お三方ともご無事で何よりです。
Glad to see the three of you are alright.
これが無事なものか。エルピスに着いたあたり
What
からの
about
記
this
憶
is
が
alright?
きれいさっぱり吹き飛んでいるんだぞ。
What about this is alright? Excellent. You know, I said I don't care what bullshit you have to pull, just bring back my boy Emmett Silk, and I stand by my statement. This was like whatever the exact opposite of a monkey's paw moment is. You know, all of my memories from the time I came to Elpis are, you know, gone completely. I'm so sorry.
日々の仕事を見せる一環としてカイロスを見せようとしていたんだ。
I wanted to show them, I was trying to show them Kairos as part of my day-to-day duties.
だがメディオンが暴走して消滅を。
But Meteon went... Yeah, this bull soul, I don't really have a good term. I think you could say, like, you know, her went out of control and vanished, annihilated.
ああ、その影響で院内が警戒態勢になったのですね。
Oh, I see. So that's why the alert was sounded in the facility.
そして様子を見にいらっしゃった皆様ごとカイロスの誤作動に巻き込まれたといったところでしょうか。
And all of you who came to see the... you went to, like, check on the situation, got caught up in a Kairos malfunction. Is that around
どうやら
the gist
そ
of
う
it?
らしい。そんな直近の記憶でさえほとんど思い出せないがな。
That appears to be the case. He's very upset. Even, like, you know, very recent memories are almost impossible to recall.
大変な目に遭われましたね。共に入られたベーネス様たちはご無事でしたか？
This guy sounds like he's kind of like picking apart there being some bullshit up. I'm terribly sorry. And it's like, I'm terribly sorry. Or, you know, what's occurred. And what of, Venus and the other one who was, the other guest who was present with you?
彼女がここにいたのか。
Wait, she was here?
残念だけど、一緒にいたかどうかすら覚えてないね。
Well, Aru, that's kind of the thing is, you can't? You know, that's sort of the bit that they're going with there is people tried to, like, escape from time and the heat death of the universe, but it was inescapable. It's not about actually being able to escape it, but continuing to live and enjoy life in spite of that. You know, the classic existentialist question. You know, you see the state of the universe, and the, like, eventual inescapable end of it and decide whether or not life is still worth living. That's fundamentally what they're doing here. And unfortunately, I can't even remember if she was here with us.
だけどほら見て、そこに彼女の使い魔がいるよ。助けを求めている様子でもないし、ひとまずは無事みたいだ。
But look, that's her familiar over there. Doesn't seem to be asking for help. It seems as though she's, she must be all right.
でも今、ベーネス様たちって言わなかったかい？他にも誰か私たちと一緒にいない
No, you said, but you said Venus and like the other guest, didn't you? The other visitor. Was there someone else with us inside the facility?
あ、ええ。しかし、そのものはどうも雰囲気が違っていましたし、容姿も私たちとは少し異なっているようでした。
Well, yes, but that person seemed to be, rather strange. There's something off about them. And they're like figures, they inform, they differed from us quite a bit in appearance.
もしやあれもどなたかの使い魔だったのかもしれません。
Most like, I believe that may have been someone else's familiar. Perhaps.
へえ、それもベーネス様のかな。いつか機会があったら聞いてみるよ。
Yeah, I wonder if it was one of, Venus's. I'll have to ask the next time I see her.
それよりもまずはヘルメスの手当てだ。大方メーティオンとかいう使い魔の暴走に巻き込まれでもしたんだろう。
Yeah. First, we need to treat. We need to get Herbie some treatment, some medical attention. It seems as though he was caught up in a, runaway or a faulty familiar called Meteon. We caught him in some sort of blast, right?
その後アーモロートに行くぞ。記憶喪失以外に問題がないか念のため調べるべきだ。
So I'm bringing you to, we're going to Amuro. Just to be safe, we need to see if there are any other problems other than amnesia.
あとはお前に14人委員会関連の通達がある。思い出せないだけで一度した話だろうがな。
Also, there's a message for you regarding, the Committee of 14. We can't remember it, but I'm sure we must have discussed it already.
ああ、わかった。世話をかける。
Yes, I understand. Sorry to be a bother.
カイロスってエーテル放射で記憶を操作してるんだよね。
Kairos manipulates memories with etheric radiation, right?
強い放射によって焼かれた記憶も星に帰り、魂が現れる時には思い出す。なんて学説を唱えている人もいるじゃない？
Huh, that's interesting. yeah, there are some theories, like advocated in academia that Huh. Oh, that like memories, yeah, scorched by intense radiation are like will be returned when the soul is cleansed. You know, when the soul is like purified on its return to the world. I guess that's a bit
だったら
complicated.
私たちもいつか帰った時に思い出すのかな。
Yeah.
この失われた時間のことをさ。
Yeah, so, then we too, like whenever we return, we'll remember. I guess. You know, this lost time.
た
This
った
lost
数
time of
日
ours.
だ。どうせ大したことはしていないだろう。私ならもっと他のことを思い返しながら消えたいものだ。
Emmett Selk downplaying as usual. Yeah, it's only been a few days. We probably didn't do anything of importance anyways. If it was me, yeah, I'd rather fade away. Like, well, you know, looking back on other memories. It's like I'd rather be reminiscing on other things as I fade away. Let's take a rest. Let's rest just for a little while.
あなたも私もまだ進まなければならないのだから。
After all, yeah, we still have such a long way to go. Yeah, we still need to keep pressing forward. Hang on. Incredibly important thing that needs to be done. Holy shit. Look at him. Look at him. Amazing. This is my new favorite minion, 100%. Look at this little boy. It doesn't have any sort of like climb action. Damn. I would say that I would say Hermes makes for a good, like, tragic villainous character. What exact thing are you referring to, Vaxie? Because I'm trying to remember, like, the exact thing, you know, about the apocalypse. But I mean, yeah, this is all lining up. I think that it's... So the reason why I still like the character is... It's all just a very good representation of the fundamental question of suicide in existentialism. Like, that's what this whole story beat and section really is. It's existentialist. And you need to have some character that poses the question. You know, you gotta have somebody that opens the discussion. No, it was. It's not so that he couldn't stop him. Like, that's. I do think that he was being genuine in the sense of making it impartial. It's all of this is actually like a very good twist and critique of Utopia. Like, it comes off as a good critique of Utopia. Where it's being left as an impartial debate, a discussion. You know, he's not actually, like, he set it in motion, but he's not, or at least he allowed it to be set in motion, but he's actually still going to take the side of humanity. Like, there is still in the Japanese, he sounds hopeful still, right? Like, he doesn't sound resigned. It sounds as though, like, everything that he was saying is still saying, I really hope that the will to live wins out, and there is actually a reason to live within within this horrible, cold, uncaring universe. We're both wrong. Neither of us actually understand what we should do and what the ethical thing is to do, so let's put it to the test. Fundamentally, the most compelling argument is, I don't know what they do for it, but he said that, like, you know, the line was, this is Oedipus. There's, like, this is the proving ground of life. Like, and so, you know, we have tested and evaluated all of these other lives and simply slaughtered the ones that we found, like, you know, didn't meet the standard, so now it's time to see if we meet the standard that we set for ourselves. Like, we set the standard, do we even live up to it? Let's find out. Which is still insane, but it's more reasonable. It's philosophically consistent for the question that they are posing.
少しは休めましたか。体の方だけでも休息を取れるとだいぶ違いますから。
Have you tried to rest? Yeah, just a little, and just a short time to catch your breath makes a big difference.
ヘルメスはきっともうエンテレケイヤを作ることはないのでしょうね。
I don't believe, and I'm sure that Hermes will not create any more Entelekeia.
メーティオンを大事にしていたからこそ、それが全て消滅したと認識しているのであれば、ひどく悲しみ、悔いるはず。
Yeah, because he, like, truly cherished Medion so deeply, if he believes that, you know, she has entirely vanished, he'll be overcome with grief and regret.
自分が世界に疑念を抱くことがなければ、彼女を作り、死なせてしまうこともなかったのだと、彼なら己を責めるのでしょう。
Yeah, like, this is the line that still establishes his character. I don't know what I'm still not gonna look at the English here, but yeah, he would blame himself, thinking, you know, if I only hadn't doubted the world, you know, it's like if I only hadn't doubted the world, the goodness of the world, I wouldn't have made her only for her to die.
「だからこそ14人委員会に入る。そしていつかファダニエルとして終末と対峙するのかもしれませんね。
And so he will join the Committee of 14, and then, you know, as Nathaniel, you know, may face the apocalypse, you know, may confront the apocalypse. I'm so happy that I got that
想像
snake.
環境ヒペルボレア動物園に仲間 NP
I still have no idea what the actual drop rate on this thing is. But apparently people were saying that it's like very, very rare. What is the drop rate? Are there like no published drop rates for basically anything? That's so weird. I mean, fucking getting it on the first try is pretty great. Okay. What is he? Oh, there's so many, like, different cool ways you could translate this phrase. It's like... Oh. It's like born and died to find the answer.
オレオ、私たちがなすべきことは、ヘルメスを糾弾することでも、エメトセルクたちに追いすがることでもありません。
Okay, what we need to do is not... Yeah, blame Hermes or chase after Emetzelgnetheldeus.
この失われた日々が、それでもなかったわけではないのだと、二人で証明をすること。
Huh. Yeah, those lost days didn't simply, like, you know, they truly happened. And we must, like, prove that.
つまり、ここで知ったことを頼りに、終末に抗っていくことです。
Okay, in other words, like, through what we've learned here, we must, you know, face against the apocalypse.
私はこの時代で、あなたはあなたの時代で。
I in my time, and you in yours.
さあ、もう一度歩み出しましょう。プロピュライオンまで見送りに行きますね。
Okay, please come with me once more to the gates of the entrance to Propyuraion. Yeah, to Propyuraion. Okay. Is this gonna be another, like, really long cutscene? It's probably gonna be, like, a really, really damn long cutscene. And I shouldn't, like, do this right now after all of that. It was a lot. For me, though, I think that the setup here with Hermes, like, you know, I don't agree with him or anything, but I think that they did it's a very well-constructed philosophical argument. Like, this is that good sci-fi shit. Where you explore some, you know, larger picture, like, philosophical or like, metaphysical question through, you know, a smaller scale story about individual characters. Which is why it's absolutely, like, It is so utterly insane that they translated suicide to self-terminate in that previous Medion cutscene. When... That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with existentialism and absurdism. That's like the major question. Self-terminate, man. But I guess it's time for me to terminate the stream for right now. Because this is probably going to be really damn long. So, but here, like, if I get sent back to my time and I can, like, you know, hit up Idolin, I would just be like, hey, so what happened? How'd we go from this to this? Explain. You got some fucking explaining to do. Like, we did all this, you talked all of this game. And that was your plan? That was the best you came up with here? I'm mad. But really, I can only... Oh my god, look at him, he did a little spin. Holy. Never mind, I don't give a shit anymore. All is right with the world. Look at him go. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for me for right now. This is my favorite minion in the game now. Do the spin again. The little spin again. Cinema. It's peak. Amazing. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. Not you. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you all for coming out. It's absolutely adorable. You know, we might go over the English for that cutscene next time, but I kind of just don't want to. After seeing them say, like, don't squander my legacy. Who out there squandering their legacy? That's about all I need to see. You know, for the sake of, like, my blood pressure. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Wow. Same time, same place. Remember to potentially subscribe if whatever, you know? You feel like coming back. Alright. See ya. Good times. Fun times. Peace.